Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the Funky Little Studio. My name is Thomas with the Funky Little Studio. Coming to you from the garage. I'm one half of the Funky Little Studio. The other half, I sell like the knickknacks, the bric-a-bracs, the hubcaps, the variety packs, the random acts, the mustard packs, baseball packs, apple jacks, ball caps, anything I can find to make a dollar on eBay, Poshmark, sometimes Facebook, anywhere. So this is going to be a What Sold Wednesday without Rajeana. We have been not doing these for almost a year now, or probably right at a year, and I'm tired of not doing them. So I'm just going to do one. I just picked a random week from back in July, because I just thought, well, I'll back up to July. This is like July 20th or July 26th. Just a random week of sales on just my stuff. Normally we do this together. She handles all the soft stuff. Clothing, shoes, belts, hosiery, lingerie, accessories, purses, any of that kind of stuff is what Rajeana sells. We have a eBay store. We each have a Poshmark, and then she has a Mercari. I do stuff on Facebook. We are the Funky Little Studio. Her Poshmark is the Retro Studio, or no, Retro Studio, I think is her Poshmark. Mine's Tom66 Stuff. We're on Instagram, the Funky Little Studio. If you want to follow my other Instagram, it's Tom66 Stuff. We'll sell anything that we can find here locally and sell it to you guys worldwide. We normally do What Sold Wednesday, and we do it together. But since we're way behind, I just want to get one out there and get the ball rolling again. She's in there doing a Whatnot show. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. Check out our link for Whatnot. She sells mainly clothing and stuff on there. I'm just behind the scenes and help her on that. I haven't really sold any of my stuff on Whatnot. I probably should try that. I don't know. Maybe some stuff I want to clear out. Anyway, I'm coming to you from the garage because she's doing a Whatnot show right now at this very moment. This is What Sold Wednesday, the Tom edition, for the middle of July. So it's going to be a little bit late because it's now September that I'm filming this, but I'm going to try to do a few of these and get them going. What I do on What Sold Wednesday, or what we normally do, is we show you what sold, we tell you what we paid for it, and we'll show the listing and what everything up here. And I don't normally do a gross total, but on this case it looks like I tallied it up. I don't know if I didn't write down the cost of goods. If I get that done by the time of editing, I'll tell you what the gross total was in sales and what my cost of goods was, okay? So let's start off with the very first item I have written down. It's a IKEA bird platter. We have this exact platter, and I bought it thinking we would want a backup. She was not interested. I'm like, okay, I'll list it. It was basically brand new, still had the stickers on the back. I hand washed it real quick, got it listed. It sold on, I bought it for $1.99 at the local thrift store. I think it was Goodwill, actually. It sold for $30 on Posh. So here's the listing here. It was really cool. Melamine, or did I say it, melamine? The plasticky stuff. Vintage, or not super old, but it's probably just on the verge of vintage. I bet it's pretty close to 20 years old. But it was basically new old stock. $1.99 into $30. The next item is something I've done a couple times. It's hit or miss. This was also on Posh. And speaking of Posh, have they got this thing figured out maybe? We're going to have some better shipping rates and possibly some ground advantage boxes. Leave me a comment drop me some info in the comments. Rajeana's just told me a little bit about that. That'd be great, because the only thing I thought about was the box situation. Especially for the stuff I sell. I like having the priority boxes just handy. I wish it was a little bit cheaper on eBay to do priority, but it isn't. But Posh was nice because I didn't have to go search for boxes. Anyway, back to the show. This was a Posh sale also. Tom66 Stuff on Posh if you want to check out my closet. Clairol benders or curlers. This was a vintage item. Little a little travel or home use bendable curlers. I guess there's a following for these. I've sold some in the past. I picked these up. Cost of goods was like $3.99, and they sold for $29 on Posh. Got them right out because somebody was getting ready to go on a road trip, so they were going to travel with these curlers. These were basically like new. I mean, they were not, sometimes they get like hairspray or something caked on them. I don't know. These were clean. I just kind of lightly dusted them off, and they had the box and everything. $29 on Posh, so that was a nice little sale. This is one of my, you haven't seen these in a while because we haven't done these in a while, but this is one of my bread and butter items. This is the McGuire's Leather Balm. I'm going to grab one real quick because I have one right here. These are one of those things where I picked up a whole bunch of them, and I call it my honey hole. This is a brand new, old stock leather balm that's not really available anymore, and basically for car interiors and that kind of thing. But you can use it on your leather jacket or purses or whatever. This stuff smells really good, and it sells really good. I gave $1 a box for those, and well, actually some of them I gave $4.50 because it was buy one get one free, and they had them for $8.99. And then the warehouse has them for $1 because the boxes were a little bit messy. So basically, some of them were $4.50, maybe I think about 6 or 8 of them at $4.50 a piece, and the rest of them were $1. And I bought a buttload of them, and I've sold them like crazy, and they still sell, and they're basically paid for now. So I'm going to tell you the cost of goods was $1, but really it's pure profit. And those sold for $36.88 plus shipping on eBay. And like I said, it's a bread and butter item. I bought them out. I usually sell about one a week or more. I've had some bulk sales that are really nice. I also pick up some other things at my honey hole or warehouse finds. There's another video on that. I need to make another one because I keep going back and just discovering new items. So anyway, $1 into $36.88 plus shipping. The next one is a Rival ice cream lid, 8605. And I just made a video on that. It's not out yet, or it may be out by the time you see this, because it's one of those little standalone videos about ice cream machines. So check that if you haven't. If it's not out, hit the bell, and it'll come out very soon because I want to get it out before summer's over. Rival ice cream lid, the complete unit, the whole box with the whole ice cream machine, I gave like $5.99 for. Just the lid alone sold for $13.88 plus shipping. I'll have it up here. And then check out that other video if you get a chance, and let me know some of your BOLOs or kind of seasonal items that you like to go to pick up. The next one is a Max Power air filter for like a Briggs & Stratton engine. I bought 6 of these for $1. It was one of those stores that it's like everything's $1, like Amazon returns or overstock stuff, and it sold for $9.49 free shipping. So I probably should put plus shipping on it because eBay shipping kind of went up. So really, you know, I've got 25 cents in this, less than 25 cents in it, and it sold for $9.49 free shipping. The shipping's like $4.41. So it's not great, but when I only have that much in it, and they're kind of competitive on the pricing, that's why I did it free shipping. Anyway, $9.49 free shipping. Like I said, 20 cents in it, if that. A Tupperware lid. I bought this Tupperware at a garage sale a couple years ago. I'm still parting it out. It's not even all listed yet, but it sells every once in a while. $4.77 plus shipping, and my average cost of goods, when I averaged all the stuff out, I bought like 3 garbage sacks full of this plus a tote, and my average cost of goods on that was 40 cents a piece, and I'm pure profit now on those. This is number 227. It'll be right here. Allen and Roth cabinet knobs. This was like a curbside trash pickup. A house in the neighborhood was being remodeled, like a rent house, and they had a bunch of trash out in the front yard basically before the trash man came. I picked up a couple chairs for the garage, a lamp, and this random box of stuff that had some light bulbs that I've actually used here around the house, and these cabinet pulls. And I've sold some already, but this person bought 6 of them for $14.34 plus shipping, and my cost of goods on that was $0. Free 99. So do you guys do that? Like, I don't go online on the free Facebook groups, and I don't do that. But if I see something along the side of the road that somebody's just trashing, I'm going to check it out. I'm a trash picker. My dad, when he was laid off years and years ago, was a trash man while he had a union job. And while he was off, he helped the neighbor that had a trash route. He was bringing home all kinds of cool stuff, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. And I remember going to the dump, back when you could kind of dig around at the local dump and finding neat stuff when I went with him. So I like projects. These knobs were not actually a project, but I've actually picked up a Dyson vacuum cleaner in the trash. Nothing wrong with it. It just needed cleaned up. So you never know what you're going to find. Somebody's just done with it. I've set stuff out there that I'm done with, and I'm like, I'm glad it went away. A treadmill. Guy around the corner came and got it the other day. I found the owner's manual. I said, hey, I think you got my old treadmill. Here's the owner's manual. It still works, but sometimes it stopped, and I told him, anyway, side story, short story long kind of thing. Anyway, that was a nice little deal. Here's another one of my honey hole bread and butter items, liquid glass. These things, this one actually kind of turned into be a fiasco because the guy had it going to Canada. I said, I can't ship it to Canada. He gave me an American address in the States. Well, his son's friend gave him the wrong house number, so it ended up returned to sender. Finally got it back. USPS got it back to me, but it just took forever. Reshipped it, so I kind of ate the shipping on the second one because I didn't want to haggle with him on it. And he was willing to pay it, but I didn't want to get in trouble with eBay. Anyway, reshipped it to him. $157.98. Same deal. This wax or polish has long been paid for. I had $2 a piece in them. I think the first ones I bought were really kind of rough cans. They were $1 a piece. These nicer cans were $2 a piece. Long story short, they're all pure profit now. These things have been paid for a year or more. $157.98 plus shipping, pure profit. 62 or 63 T-Bird hubcap. This was an auction find, I believe. I think I had $5 for the whole lot, and this was in this grouping. I took an offer for $19.90 plus shipping, or I sent an offer for $19.90 plus shipping. Found it a new home. All I did was wash it and kind of put a little chrome polish on it. Took some photos. It sold really quick. It'll be right here. Trail Dust coffee mug. I don't really know the whole Trail Dust story. I did see something on Facebook. I guess they're closed now. I think it was regional, like a steakhouse, based out of Texas, I believe. I think it's where they cut your tie off. If you wore a tie in there, they cut your tie off. That's just going off the coffee cup and a little bit of research I did. It was an offer for $22 free shipping, and I had given 75 cents for it, so I took the offer. It's summer. This was July sales. I was taking offers. I was glad to see it go. That's a huge profit for me. I had it listed, I think, for $28.88 because there's just not a whole lot of them out there, and I looked at comps. So you just never know on some of these things. They're kind of obscure if somebody's nostalgic or worked there or whatever. I'm trying to get out of the coffee cup business, but if I find a good one, I'll still pick it up. But over here on this side of me, you can't see it, but I've got a bunch of cardboard boxes full of pint glasses, coffee mugs, that kind of thing, and I got way too many. I think I delisted a bunch of them and tried to do auctions a few months ago. I need to pull them back up and re-inventory and maybe figure something out on that. Another coffee cup, speak of the devil, Yellowstone coffee cup. This was one of those Amazon bin finds. We've had it for a while. I gave $1 for it. I had an $11 offer on Posh. I'm like, take it. I mean, they're paying $8 something for shipping on Posh in the old fashioned or the priority way. I think that's getting ready to change, so I need to look at some of my listings now. But yeah, glad to see it go. The little Yellowstone, the TV show, not the actual national park. What else we got here? Oh, these rubber sliders. 4 rubber sliders, $8.44 free shipping. This was one of those. I think I have like 99 cents in this whole little bag. It was a lot at one of those bin stores. So the shipping was like $4. I split them up into groups of 4 and sold those for $8.44 free shipping. So not big money, but helping somebody out, and it gets it out the door. OU golf tees. This was another one of those like Facebook group things that I sold, and it was just an experiment. I have $1 in these, but they're basically paid for, so they're pure profit no matter what they sell for. It's a thing called dollar auctions. It's a Facebook group. You have to be willing to sell your item at $1. So you post some pictures of it, put a start date, end time, everything starts at $1, and you just see what happens. These sold for $3, and I just do local pickup. So I met them up at the parking lot and sold it $3 cash. I normally sell them for like $9 or more on eBay and Posh, but I thought, well, I'll just try these. It's OU, it's football season coming up. Anyway, $3, nothing great, but anyway. Wherever Super Shooter. These things are another one. I need to make a video on these. I've had really good luck parting these out. I hate to do these, but I know you got to share the knowledge. If you guys have one of those things that you think nobody knows about, or if you want to share it, put it in the comments. Like a bolo. I know the clothing reseller people do it, so I thought, well, why not do it for us hard good people? Super Shooter. These things part out really nice. I gave $2 for this one, and sold the recipe book for $6.86 plus shipping. But with the previous sales I've already done on this one, that was pure profit, so you can't beat that, really. I mean, the recipe book for $6.86. I found another one just recently. It's listed. But there's the barrel, the pusher, the screw rod, the tips, the discs, all these things people use up or break. I think if they go in the dishwasher, they probably get brittle, or they break after years of use, and people want the parts. So anyway, that was just the book. Okay, this next one's kind of cool. It's a hand-carved hiking stick. This was a bins find. I found these at the bins. I don't know I think there's a video on that. Our very first visit to the Tulsa Goodwill outlet bins, we did a video. I think I did a haul video. I know Regina did. I think I've done one too. Check it out. Anyway, this thing sold, and I took an offer. I had them listed high because they're all over the map. Hand carved. I'm not sure what kind of wood it was, but really cool. Had some character. It sold for $30 plus shipping. I thought, well, the shipping might be tricky. It really wasn't. What I grabbed was some of that cardboard, like L shape, that I had laying around here that came packing material off of another, I don't know, patio furniture or something we got here shipped to us. It's kind of a heavy pressed cardboard, long sleeve of that's kind of in the shape of an L. And I doubled that up, and it was about 4 foot long, maybe just under 4 foot long, and it wasn't too bad. So it was $30 plus shipping. I think I had it listed for $38 or $41 or something like that. I took the offer. Basically had 99 cents in that, so that was nice. I think that one went to Florida. The other one sold. That'll be a separate video. Another What Sold Wednesday video. A Yosemite map, 1959. Man, I want to go to Yosemite. We've been watching some YouTube videos. I think maybe I was there as a kid. Maybe we drove through part of it. I don't really totally recall. I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did. But I don't know. There's probably video or pictures of it, and I just don't have them. I'd like to see those. I'd like to see if I was at the same places that these YouTubers that we follow had just happened to do this summer. So I want to go back to Yosemite. 1959 map, super cool. This was a Kansas City outlet bins, Goodwill outlet bins for a couple years ago, actually. So I'm pure into the profit on this. It sold for $16.88, free shipping. This was like in the bins, and it was like a random, I don't know, plastic bag, or I don't know what it was in, of maps. And so I'm like, oh, I'll take those. They don't hardly weigh anything. And I've had really good luck selling those. Vintage maps. That's another little bolo. Check them out if you see them at a yard sale or a flea market, garage sale. I don't think you're really probably going to find them at Goodwill, maybe, or thrift stores. I don't know. I guess you could. Estate sales. Anyway, $16.88. My cost of goods was probably like $1.06. But basically, like, it was pure profit off that haul. I did look that up. And last but not least, it's baseball season, and this was a Baltimore Orioles coffee cup. Some coffee cups sell, some don't. This one was really cool, kind of embossed with the Oriole on it. It sold for $15.87 plus shipping, and I had 99 cents in it. So I have written down on that week, my gross sales was $430.29 for 1 week, 7 days, and I don't think that's too bad. Not for summer. I'd like to see it higher. If I had the cost of goods, I'll tell you that's the gross sales, not deducting fees or anything like that, and I'll put you down over here my cost of goods and what I have into it. So anyway, this is What Sold Wednesday. I'll probably do these until I can get Regina to get her stuff together, where we can do it together again. I'm coming to you from the garage. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Most of this stuff is not listed. This is my collection. I need to just do a walkthrough. I've been out here working in the garage, so there's still a lot. That's all cluttered. I'd like to relay everything out. But this is some of the stuff I've just kind of crammed up there. A couple things are listed. This little Coulis cup is listed from Quick Trip, which is a local favorite here, and they don't call them Coulis anymore, they call them free zonies. But this is a souvenir cup. It's on eBay, but like I said, it's kind of, I bought that after we were reselling, but it's kind of almost like a personal collection, so I'm not going to take a lowball offer because I enjoy looking at that stuff and reminiscing. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, comment something that you see on this shelf that caught your eye. I'm going to get out of the way. If there's something that caught your eye on this shelf, leave me a comment and tell me something that you collect or that you can't let go of. This is just part of my collection. I will show you some stuff. I'm going to start doing some videos out here in the garage to make these a little bit more different than what we normally do. I do have some ideas on some other things besides our Funky Finds Friday, which I do my haul videos. Regina does her haul videos separately. Typically, we've done some together, and then we do the What Sold Wednesday together. We appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave us a comment, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. I don't want to drop them. Look at that. Would you just look at that? I'm going to dump this juice right back on top of them.